Friends, brothers, and sisters, all. We are in for some incredible news tidbits. I hate to call it the news. Was ist Neues? What is news? Was ist Neues? That's Yiddish, I believe. But Yiddish is a was ist Neues? What's new? What is news? What is the news? The news media is, according to this source that I saw tonight, is about to be removed essentially, or is somehow changed. It seems to me that everything is changing on an organic level. There is no big news. Everyone's waiting for July 4th. The big event's going to happen. The big event, I've said this so many times, it's almost boring, is you. You are the big event. There is nothing going on out there ever. There is nothing in the world except you. You are the one. You are Neo. You are. I don't get me started about the saviors, the great saviors of mankind. Turning point. This is a huge turning point. That's what it seems like to me. I mean, there's no going back. There's only forward movement. Things are amazing. Hey, I mean, I can't see so well, but I watched Trump's 250th speech from Mount Rushmore yesterday. Yeah, we watched it too. It was beautiful. I wish I could take credit for doing all this stuff single handedly, but I work with John. Okay, not really sure what you mean, but it's amazing. Yeah, happy Fourth, everyone. This is a monumental transformational day, in my opinion. I'm going to have to deal with the sun, I guess. I'm not sure how to. I'm in my actual new studio, which I've been wanting to design for many years, but I haven't gotten all the quirks out of it yet. I haven't really. However, the main quirk is has worked, and I'm very happy about that. That which is that I've always wanted to show what's behind me, but because of the way the camera works, you can't do that unless the front of you is flooded with sunlight that's brighter than what's behind you. So I've designed my second floor up here to to embody the idea of putting sunlight, actual sunlight on my face so that you could see the background, and you can see it's marvelous out here. It's unbelievable. James, James is our partner up here. We're doing carpentry in sandals. He's working on the chicken coop. I'm working on the roof on the second story. But we're working in sandals and shorts. Carpentry, heavy carpentry. I mean, to most people, I'm learning from James and also from Daniela that I can't move so fast. That I need to just do things right. Just focus on getting it right. Don't worry about. And this is so new to me. I'm so used to like Matrix, being hired as a carpenter. You're on the clock. How many hours can you finish the job? And you're constantly rushing around trying to trying to please the person who's paying you. This is so different and so refreshing to just get to just to just create. And James and Danielle are helping me understand that there's no deadline here. I just have to get it right. So today I took some extra time, and took me a little time, but you know what? I'm really happy the way it turned out. It's beautiful. It's really coming along. So I wanted to say that. I wanted to give credit to James and Daniela for helping me. But Another thing that I want to say before I get into the news, and the news that I have picked out, I think is amazing, absolutely amazing, and it's not time bound. It's not like this happened or that happened, or I mean that's old school, man. We're talking about consciousness itself. We're talking about the communal consciousness. But what I realized in working up here is that years ago I went to a rainbow gathering. My first rainbow gathering I went to was in Alabama. I'd never been. I don't think I'd ever been to a rainbow gathering. This was probably in the early '90s. I don't think I had been to a lot of like hippie kind of gatherings in the early '70s. Well, I went to a lot of bluegrass festivals because I was a banjo player and I was playing in all the bluegrass festivals, and I got to travel around the South a bit. But I went to this rainbow gathering, and this was during the period of discovery. And I'm also want to make reference to my song "New Morning" as well, because in the song, the melody and the through I don't really go into the whole details of what new morning really means, but what it really meant to me was I entered into a group of people from the South, strangers. I had come from New York. I had come from a very competitive atmosphere. I had my own company. I was a remodeling contractor in Long Island, very intense business. And the economy fell apart, and my then marriage fell apart. So I was a free agent once again. I said to my buddy, I had a sponsor in AA. I said to John, who was a guitar player, I said, John, I really want to go back to Nashville. He said, it was kind of like out of the Wizard of Oz. He just said, well, he says, if you want to go back to Nashville, go back to Nashville. I said, yeah, but John, I have all these debts and all this stuff and all this, all these, ties to this thing. I had children at the time. He said, well, he said, if you just start thinking about it, I guarantee it'll happen. And I started thinking about it. 2 weeks later, I was packing up my little Honda with all my odd instruments. I had then I had a bass guitar and a bass amp and all kinds of. I think I had some cool electric things, but I was taking my banjo and my guitar. Gosh, what guitar did I have back then? I don't even remember, but I was going with the thought that I needed healing. And when I arrived, I met people that understood where I was coming from in terms of needing a healing. And Greg Whitehunt, Sparky Brown, Sheila, a bunch of other people in the South around Chattanooga, Nashville, Sean for sure, Sean Galloway, my buddy, my the guy I do my songs with. He's producer and songwriter. We work together. They all told me you don't have to live in the matrix. I mean, there was no language like that in those days, but they basically were saying you can live any life you want to live. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be anything. There's no you can do what you want. This was a huge revelation for me. And I want to say that during this experience, oh yeah, there was a guy named he and I forget his girlfriend's name, but there was a man and wife from Colorado who also had a large effect on me, and they got me into network marketing. We were selling algae, but they encouraged me to go to a rainbow gathering. What I experienced at the rainbow gathering was heaven on earth. What did that look like? Well, it looked like, to sum it up very, very easily, there was no money. There was no money. No, people were, there were kitchens. You could go and eat. You could go and have a nice cup of tea. You could go to drum circles. You could smoke pot. There were nice people to hang out with. But I literally thought I had died and gone to heaven because for a couple of weeks, and I went early to this gathering, there was no mention of money. I don't remember at the time if I was paid. I guess I had paid my rent. I guess I had a place. Was renting. I rented an apartment in Nashville for something like $400 a month, where I was used to paying a lot more in New York, and I had some kind of money, I think, from uh, some kind of settlement. I forget what it was, but I had enough money to get by on. But I spent maybe 2 weeks in an environment where there was no money. It was just like you wake up in the morning and it's like, what do you want to do today? And I realize now that I recreated that kind of environment here on the land. James and Daniela and I work together. I get a pension, I get Social Security, we get paid from LifeWave, we get various amounts of money from LifeWave, and we decide together, like, what do we want to buy. Sometimes I do confess that I have taken upon myself. I once decided that I wanted to buy some silver without asking them. I just really had to buy silver. It was just like a divine, I was like, I haven't had silver in many years, in a couple of years. And but generally, like today, we decided that we wanted some, what kind of pancakes are they? Sourdough einkorn pancakes. And so we decided as a community, we have to decide between, do we want to buy the mango tree of our dreams? Do we still need to buy a male pistachio tree? Or do we want the pancakes, these einkorn pancakes, sourdough pancakes mix? Uh, and we decide together. And it's kind of like a continuation of the rainbow gathering that we've created up here. We do what we want during the day. Well, Daniela doesn't always get to do what she wants. She sometimes, she likes to go to town. James and I like to build. So we kind of compromise. We work together, but we've recreated an extension, a practical and lasting, or more lasting extension of the rainbow gathering. If you've never lived in a space, if you've never spent a few days not thinking about money, you owe it to yourself to do so, because I guarantee it will change you forever. And I realize I'm talking about, how my heart was opened by Sheila in Chattanooga, somewhere near Chattanooga, and we, waking up on the front porch. She and Sparky Brown had his hand on my heart all night, and he was saying, you don't have to suffer like this. You can just live. And I've been talking about that, but I haven't really stressed the idea that you can do this. You don't need me. You don't need to sit there and go, "Wow, man, he's doing this cool stuff, man." That I'm doing this cool stuff so that you will learn to do this cool stuff. I'm not here to like toot my own horn. I'm here to say I'm just a regular dude, man, and I'm doing this, and so can you. If you have never lived with people or in an environment or during a period of time where you don't have to worry at all ever about money. A lot of things, I think a lot of people take vacations where everything is paid for. And so maybe in that respect, a lot of you have had this experience. I know when I went to Mexico with the ASEA, uh, there was no, in the beginning, I insisted I needed my kosher food, and I was paying extra for kosher food. And then the food came and it was not really very good. And I think in that time I allowed myself to kind of stray from keeping strict kosher. So it was a process. But the idea is, if you have not lived without fear, and like we do, and I invite people to come and join us, if you feel like you want to see something like this, but you can see it in other ways. You could do it yourself. You don't need us. We're just an example, a living example that you do not have to live in the matrix until the matrix dies. It is dying, but everyone's waiting for the official announcement. They're waiting for XRP to go to the moon. They're waiting for the EBS and all this bullshit. Bullshit. The EBS is bullshit. Whether it occurs or not means nothing. Okay? Nothing. Because that is external. If you're still a normie and the EBS comes, you probably won't even believe it. It means nothing. If you're waiting for the EBS, stop being an asshole and wake up and honor yourself, honor your own power, honor the fact that you are Neo. You are the one. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody's going to save you. Jesus or Moses or the Mahdi, all that bullshit. That is fucking satanic bullshit. To put it frankly, that is fucking satanic bullshit. Oh, they sacrificed their life for you. What are you talking about? Does God ask for us to sacrifice our lives? Is that God? Or is that something else? Is that a satanic force that that edited the Bibles, that edited all this stuff and said, the Son of God himself is coming to save you? What bullshit. And he sacrificed his life for your sins. What sins? What sins do you have? You have sins? Oh, you had a thought, you had a dirty thought 30 years ago? That's a sin. You might have stolen from somebody. I mean, what sins? You lived it in hell itself. So I encourage you, this is not about us. This is not about me and Daniela and James. This is not about you getting a kind of vicarious taste of what real life looks like. This is about you becoming you, period. And if you're not ready to wake up, and if you're still waiting for the July 4th announcement, and you're still waiting for Mr. Poole's bullshit to come true, I mean, I can't help you, but I can't help you anyway. You have to help yourself. You have to wake up to your own power. If you're so, I mean, I have friends that from the channel, they're like, Ellie, I love to do it, but my job, my this, I'm like, you're creating that. If that's the way you want to live it, but do it with joy. Just don't say, oh, I'm forced to do this because no, you're not forced to do this. You think you're forced to do this. Okay, with that said, let me now veer to the news. I don't know why because it's July 4th. And I'm tired of waiting for my brothers and sisters to wake up. Wake the fuck up. Okay? No one's coming to save you. Nobody can. It's impossible. It doesn't happen that way. It's all up here. You have to save yourself. So if you never lived without money, if you never had anybody tell you, you don't have to live without fear. It's if you live in the matrix, and if you are going to your job, and if you're doing all this stuff for your retirement, do it with joy. Just say, okay, I embrace the matrix. I took the blue pill, and I'm going to do it with joy. Don't tell me you're miserable, because you are creating your own experience. And if you're miserable, that's your fault. It's up to you. If you're going to live in the matrix, enjoy it. Embrace it. But if you want to live without fear, that's a different direction. You have no sins. There's no sin. He died for our sins? What a bullshit. You don't have any fucking sins. The original sin, oh, I had a little lust. Why do you think the satanic people don't want you to have lust? Because they want to depopulate. There are too many of us. We saw it through the vaccine holocaust. They are trying to kill us. Look at your nutrition. Look at the food in the grocery store. It's all seed oils that are that are designed to kill you. You're drinking your water out of plastic bottles, which is more dangerous than cancer. It will kill you faster, the plastic water bottle, than cancer. Wake up. It's July 4th. The signal is not coming. Jesus is not coming to save you. Okay. It's not happening. It's, I don't be any more frank than that. He's not the son of God. You are the son of God. Everyone is the son of God. We're all here. We're all a piece of creation itself, period. Don't tell me, oh, Ellie, did you pray today? Did you daven? Did you put on tefillin? I'm like, screw you. I'm not putting on tefillin. I'm with God all the time. I don't do anything that's not godly. And so can you. And that's the point. So the idea of new morning is that I'm now telling you what was told to me by Greg Whitehunt. He's still online. You could talk to him. He's alive and well. Greg Whitehunt, Sheila, Sparky Brown. Sparky Brown's no longer in the body, but I'm sure he's there watching over us. The Rebbe, whatever, I mean, it's up to you. So anyway, I know I'm singing to the choir. I know you guys get this, but let me just show you a few things that I've seen on today's news that support this conclusion that I have. And at the end, I will play New Morning, and we will all think about it. And before I go a little more wild, let me just share again. If part of the process is having really good health, so you can do stuff. I'm building a house. I'm building a house from scratch. I'm working on the second floor now on the roof. How did that happen? It happened because I listened to the voices inside my head that have told me step by step, just like Moses didn't know how to build the tabernacle. So God told him. And I think the first time they built the tabernacle, God did it himself. If you rely on the forces of divinity, which is you will be told. You don't have to wait. And you don't have to wait. It's not a voice that is different. It's not a voice from outside. It's not, Jesus came to me. That, people have that experience. That's fine. If you want to experience it in that way, that's fine. But you don't need that. You can go direct because you are God itself. Look at the Bible. Look at Genesis. What did they say in Genesis? What are the creeps who call them Elohim, the creepazoid parasites who wrote the Bible? What do they say? Oh my God, they ate from the tree of knowledge. What if they eat from the tree of life? They'll live forever. They'll be like us. You are like you are, or you're already there. Anyway, it makes me crazy to think about these thoughts. But let me get to the chats, back to the chats, and let me the map with the facts. No timeline, no timeline lies. You're right. You don't need time. That's how people get all the hits. The EBS is coming next Friday. Oh my God.
Looks like Trump's not making a speech tonight.
Trump's not even making a speech tonight.
Everything's being evacuated because of weather delay.
A weather delay. We don't have. Listen, I live in Arizona, the hottest place in the world. I mean, we're fine. We're not having that. We left. We fled. We fled the East Coast. I mean, we broke down time after time again, and we had a reason who was from the Matrix, and she says, "Ellie, what are you doing here?" I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I am going. I don't care what it costs. I don't care how much money I have to spend. I am out of the East Coast. I'm done. I spent all my silver because I did not want to wait an extra night for a reasonable deal from these asshole used car dealers. We bought, lemon after lemon, and we broke down 2 or 3 times. But I was just like, I don't care. I'm going. If I have to rent a truck, if I have to walk, I'm going. I am leaving. I'm coming onto the land. God bless Diane, by the way, for making it possible for us to keep the land. They tried to steal it from us, but that's another story. The point is, you are the one. It's July 4th. Every patriot in the world is waiting for July 4th. Gold is going to get revalued. Everything is changing. Well, it is behind the scenes, I believe. You need good health. Right. You need good health. Get the X2O water machine. I mean, we have it. Daniela insists that I drink that water all day long, and we're doing great, man. I mean, I listen, I'm 71 years old. I get to a point every couple of weeks where I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Where do I get off thinking I can build a house with no money in the in the middle of the desert, with no helper? And then James comes along. James is, James is what did the great one send me? He sent me a holy being who really understands how to do this. I don't have a background in animal husbandry. I don't know how to start a farm. I don't know anything about chickens, but now we have chickens. Now we have kitty cats. We just got two stray kitty cats, so we're trying to tame. We're not trying to tame because we're treating the cats just like we treat each other. We're treating them with mercy and kindness and respect. Not always. Sometimes I lose it. Because, but this is, waking up on the front porch Sunday at dawn. You don't have to wait. You can wake up anytime you want and leave the matrix. And it doesn't mean leaving where you are. It just means leaving the Matrix. We're actually, as a community, we are watching the movie The Matrix, and I saw it last night. I was like freaked at how beautiful it. What are you eating? Are those grapes or tomatoes?
Neither.
Neither. Oh, olives, olives. Okay. We're watching The Matrix. It's like I've never seen it before. And by the way, we saw this film from we saw the film Eyes Wide Shut, and I thought it was going to be a horror movie, but it was a very beautiful movie, touching on what the Satanists do, and he lost his life for sharing that with humanity. It was a very beautiful, not a screaming Netflix torture, waterboarding kind of thing that I expected. So when I was at a men's gathering and my friend, I can't remember his name now, sold me his old tent for like $50 or something. He said, "Come to the Rainbow Gathering with us." Remember, I'd been a remodeling contractor in Long Island for 20 years, and I still had that stuff rattling around in my brain. He said, "Come to a Rainbow Gathering." I went the first time. I didn't know, well, this is like a separate experience. I was walking around with a like fabric, like let's say a towel around my waist, no other clothes, no shoes, nothing, and just traveling around the place in Alabama. I think it was Alabama, yeah, and just having a ball, meeting people, talking to people, smoking pot with people. I think at the time I was my main substance was ginseng. I was sharing ginseng with my brothers and sisters. They were like, "Oh yeah, give me some." Okay, anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I just want to prepare the community. I am going to be sharing a technology for purifying your water with zeolite. I have a friend who I've decided to openly trust because he's just such a beautiful person, but he's in the hospital right now. He has an operation this week, but we are going to be helping. I won't necessarily be getting I will, I assume that they will figure out some way to pay me at some way, but it doesn't matter. I just want to share this technology like I'm sharing this technology. This technology happens to have a company that is interested in helping us make money as well. So that's really amazing. But with the zeolite, I don't have that. I'm trying to get out of the sun a bit. So I may have to. I'm just learning how to use my studio, and we will make. I can make the necessary architectural improvements as we go along. But it is quite beautiful up here. So I guess I'm gonna. Yeah, those are windows back there, or is that open space? I think that's open space. I see that I'm gonna have to make big windows there because that's part of this fantastic view. Okay, so You can do it. You don't have to wait. You don't need my permission. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need a savior. You can do it. Okay. So let me just share some of the information that I think is absolutely colossal right now. Well, let's take this off because it's a little distracting. But you can reach out to Dr. Stacy at any time. Also, don't forget to please join the Republic. That's so important, and get involved. Go down, meet people, get out of your comfort zone. We have to reinstate. We have to re-inhabit the Republic. Is President Trump going to save us on July 4th? Well, I guess not. I guess not. And that's okay. It's not his job. His job is just to, like they used to say about the Rebbe. The Rebbe, your job is just to wake up the sleeping bear. The Rebbe will do the rest. Same with, and I'm not talking about the Rebbe as my savior anymore, or any of that stuff. I'm just saying that God will do the rest. We live in a resonant frequency of godliness, and there is nothing else. Okay, I need 5 more subs to make 250. Like our country's birthday. I need 5 more subs. When you owe to talk the demon of doubt. Oh, you freak out the normies. Yeah, when I used to talk to the demon of doubt, you definitely freaked out the normies. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Truth, right? Religion isn't the point, it's awareness. Exactly right. We love you, Guru. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Ramon, Dr. Anand. Thank you. Happy 4th of July from the great Smoky Mountains. Oh, do I miss them? Yeah, that's where I woke up. I was in the Smoky Mountains. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the news. God bless you guys, man. I mean, happy 4th. I didn't really say it, but live your dreams. Look at this, man. This is my dream. I'm living inside of my dream. I've been designing this building in my head way since New York. Because in New York, I called B&H and they said, you have to shine bright lights in your face in order to get the background. So they said, you need sunshine. You need the sunshine. So I have literally the sunshine on the other side of me. I should show you what it's like. I don't know if it's too bright over there. I don't know if you can see it, but well, I'll show you the other view later. It's quite spectacular as well in a different way because you can see for miles. Okay, let's go through the news and let's go here. I just want to show you some of these stories that I think are absolutely astonishing. What's behind me? How did that happen? Okay, I don't know. Let's go like this. I got the Lifeway behind me. That's cool. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to read this the way it is. How can I expand this? Let's see if I can go like this. Yeah, okay, it's a little bigger. Okay, so here we go. 70 years, that's how long they controlled what you think. Okay, and this is great. On June 18th, 2026, buried inside Gabbard's declassification release was a file labeled Mockingbird Active, not the original 1953 program, a continuation, updated, expanding, running the day. So this is one of the stories that I wanted to share. So let's do it. I'm going to share this clip, even though this is a slightly different form. And I've had problems with Whiplash before. I got ripped off big time, or maybe not with the lobster investments, but hopefully, maybe, who knows. But anyway, so wait, cancel. Let me go to here. All right, this is the news this is the main news that I wanted to share. Okay, here it is. Okay, now I can share it. Okay, where'd it go? Here we go. Okay, now I can share. We can read this together. This is colossal news. Okay, June 18th, 2026, buried inside Tulsi Gabbard's declassification release was a file labeled Mockingbird Active, not the original. Let me see if I can see this original release. Not the original 1953 program, a continuation, updated, expanded, running until the day she released. The file contained 2.3 names. No, I'm sorry, 2,314 names. Journalists, anchors, editors, producers across every major network: CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, the New York Times, Washington Post, all of them. Not influenced, not leaned on, paid. Okay, read my lips again. Paid. These fuckers were paid to do this to us. Okay? Not influenced, not leaned on, paid. Monthly were transferred from 3 shell companies traced back to Langley. Average payments 14,700,000 per month per asset. Some received more, much more. The highest paid media assets received $41,000 monthly for 9 years. You watch the person every night. You will know the names within days. FCC Chairman Brandon Carr received the file on June 19th. By June 19th. By June 20th, yesterday, this is like a little time ago, he issued the notice of license review to 7 broadcast networks. Not a warning, a review. The legal term for is show us why we shouldn't shut you down. What the media told you, FCC overreach threatened press freedom. What actually happened, the FCC found proof that these aren't news organizations. They're intelligence operations broadcasting under a media license. Now, we all know that, but this is now it's coming into legal standing. Are you kidding me? I can't. There we go. They were never journalists. They were agents. The Church Committee found this in 1975. Over 3,000 CIA assets in American media. Congress said, stop. The CIA said, yes, sir, and then continued for 51 more years. This is this is the criminals being exposed. Every lie you were told about Iraq were weapons of mass destruction, Russian collusion, COVID origins, safe and effective vaccine, the border is secure, the economy is strong, January 6th were lies. All came from the same program, the same handlers, the same payments, the same networks. Trump knew. He'd been calling them fake news since 2015. They laughed. They mocked. They said he was attacking free press. He wasn't attacking free press. He was identifying enemy combatants operating on American soil under American media cover. July 4th, the broadcast licenses expire for review. 7 networks. If they cannot prove editorial independence from intelligence agencies, and they cannot, their licenses are revoked. Please God, this is true. Not fired, not warned, revoked, off the dark, off the air, dark. The last pillar of control is falling. They controlled the money, exposed. They controlled the government, exposed. They controlled the media, now exposed. There is nothing left to hide behind. Mockingbird 2314 active. FCC 7 networks review. July 4th, licenses revoked. The screen goes dark, the truth goes live. That is an unbelievable story, and please God, it is true. I don't know. I got this thing behind me. That's cool though. Okay, so let's go back to this thought stream because there is more powerful news to share. Let's go here. Okay. The 17th letter, breaking explosive report. Venezuela list explodes. Maduro links 60 U.S. senators to multi-million bribe allegations. Full list and documents. Okay, here's the list. I'm not going to read it. Let's see. I don't know if I can. I can enlarge it. So I'm going to keep going because there's so much incredible news. Still, where's the real news? Right here. Okay. You don't have to live like a refugee. If you want to take the blue pill and live in the matrix, know that it is your choice and do it with joy. Just say, I decided to stay in the matrix. I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to stop paying taxes. I want to keep obeying the matrix. So do it with joy. If you want to leave the matrix, there is no better time. Okay, take the red pill and just leave. It doesn't mean leaving your house. It means leaving your mindset behind and coming into a place where you're beyond it. Okay, the movie. You can't tell people, you have to show them. Now that you have the script, sit back and enjoy the show. To the military tribunals. This is a phenomenal list. I'm not going to go into it, but if you want, you can come to my X channel and you can look at my posts. But this is July military tribunals, and it talks about all the people that have been executed already. Okay, here is a very important post, which I love. You are not awakening. You are undreaming. The dream was never real. The dreamer was inside awake. Step, stop trying to become enlightened. Here's the other thing. Stop trying to become enlightened. Simply realize you never stopped being it. You don't have to stand, you don't have to, you know, take cold showers or sit in the lotus position or learn lots of Torah or any of that stuff. All you need to do is just let yourself be you. It's that simple. Okay, L, this is beautiful. What's ahead? Real business. This is a phenomenal release of information. There's so much information here. Your pineal gland. Let me just see what I want to do next. There's so much. Every authority on earth is. I don't know which one to go to. Okay, let me just go to a few little things of each of these. Okay, what's ahead? Real business ideas that are not AI and are working and are worth looking into. Organic clothing. My beloved Daniela is always looking for real organic clothing. If you look on Amazon, they will tell you all organic clothing. And then when you get it, it's full of spandex.
It's like light in the box.
It's a yeah, we I get my linen shirts from this place, Light in the Box. But a lot of times they come with, it's a mixture of
And it
cotton
takes
and
a lot
linen.
to get here.
Okay, well, I don't want to, I like Light in the Box, but I'm just saying we need people to give us clothing that's good for us. If you're wearing spandex, if you're wearing nylon, if you're wearing fake stuff, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you eat food with seed oils? Because we need you. We need you to be healthy. Get the LifeWave product. I'm going to be selling you we're going to be introducing you to the Zeolite water filters and zeolite chemicals that can be used to depollute, to unpollute your land. All the insecticides can be treated with zeolite. Organic copper products. There's a list. Go to my X channel. But there's so much information. I want to keep going but I would go to that. There are 10 things that you could do to make a living when we're going to be getting all the money we need. But everything you're doing now, if you're working for the banks, if you're working, whatever you're doing, you're working for the school systems, you're working for or corporations, they're all going to be gone. And what's going to be left is you're going to have lots of money and lots of time. And whether you want to make money or help other people, I mean, I think you should. I think we should. I'm making a farm for people who want to get out of the matrix. Okay, the pineal gland is like your third eye, a crystalline antenna for higher perspective. It allows you to receive intuition, visions, and connect your higher self. So yeah, if you take the Alavita patch, that helps decalcify your pineal gland. So will X39. Okay, here's the thing. That this is a post that's startling. That's wonderful. Joe Patriot. There's a thing from Mr. Poole is saying the corporate entity known as United States of America has legally ceased to exist. I don't doubt it. And this is another. There are two posts from this person, Ra, that are absolutely stunning. And I'm going to leave with this. X22, Fort Knox audit is coming. Trump would never bring it up if it wasn't already known the gold was there. There is more gold than anyone can imagine. When the audit confirms it, Trump builds the narrative for the gold standard and the revaluation begins. Okay, so I mean, X22 is an amazing source of info, especially if you're new to this thought stream. Okay, I'm gonna read just a bit of this. Every authority on earth is a handler on the farm. You are the animals. You are farm animals, and you're not treated like the farm animals on my farm. You're not fed the same food that we eat, right? The elites had 150 years of food supplied in their underground dumps without seed oils, without dyes, without any of the BS that you and I have to eat when we go to the grocery stores. Okay, so every authority on earth, everyone in a position of power is a handler on the farm, whether they know it or not. The real you exists beyond the density, screaming to remember the harvest is near. Choose sovereignty or another round in a meat suit. You are not a human being in a spiritual experience. You are an eternal being trapped in a body. Okay, so this particular passage says, if you happen to die and you see the light, this is a trick. They want to make you reincarnate. I don't, a lot of people have been saying this lately, that don't go for the light. Say, what is this, man? What kind of bullshit is this? I don't want to go back into the body. I don't want to go back. I want to experience true liberation of my spirit. Okay, that's the whole thing. I'm not going to go into the details, but I do want to go to this another clip. You can read it yourself on X. Plasma is the fourth state of matter and the most abundant in the universe. It is living, conscious energy that carries information and responds to your thought and emotion. Your blood, your nervous system, and the space between stars are all plasma. You are a walking plasma being. I'm going to read this whole thing because I think it's important. There's not much more to it. I want to get the whole thing. Right. Okay. You are a walking. Okay. So what does this mean? It means that your thoughts, your emotions connect with the fabric of reality, the fabric of creation that is around you. Yeah, I'm going to put two windows back there. This is really nice because I get to test it out. I haven't finished the wall back there, but you see it. Those two, where above the double hungs, have to be sliding glass doors, so I can sit like here and you can see. Because, like, why like my philosophy, okay, I'm going off on a tangent, but anyway, we're plasmic beings. So what does that mean? It means that those of us who have trained our eyes to see beyond this reality, I have, but I choose not to use it. But when I do, sometimes when I wake up and I'm not blocking it. I can see the fabric around us. It is, to me, it appears as gold and blue um, matrix fabric. Kaleidoscope. It's golden blue, and that is the fabric of reality. And we shape this reality, and we bring it into this dimension with our thoughts and emotions. We got this, man. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's as easy as fishing. Don't you know you're a magician? All you have to do is let go. You don't have to do special meditations. You don't have to think that somebody died because of your sins and all this stuff. Anything with this is what James is my teacher, man. James came here to help me. James says anything with sacrifice is satanic. The Old Testament is full of sacrifices. This is, and I accepted it as being part of Judaism and being holy for 25 years, and I don't anymore. I don't believe that that the spirit of creation, that the spirit that runs through all of reality would ask us to kill another thing and mix their blood and, I mean, it's satanic. Pure and simple. The Bible, the New Testament, the Old Testament, it is a work of satanic propaganda. And you want to go for it? God bless you. Do it with joy. Like I said, you want to stay in the matrix? Stay in the matrix. Don't complain about it because you're choosing it. If you are not leaving the matrix, you're chosen the matrix. Just enjoy it. That's what you want. That's what your heart really tells you. Ellie, I can't leave. My 401k, I have another 3 years, whatever it is. Enjoy it. Embrace it. But if you want the red pill, embrace that. You have a choice, I believe. I mean, there is some spiritual people that say you don't really have a choice because your character is already the way it is, and given the way your character is, you're going to choose X and Y. Like me, this is not like a difficult choice for me. It's not like I said, well, I really had a few more years. I wanted to wait till I was 71 to retire from teaching because then my thing would be maxed out, but they took your money away anyway with the inflation. But all that's going to come to an end, and it's just you have a choice. We have a choice. I'm going to play the New Morning at the end because I did share the Patriot. You want to get involved with what happened? You want to get involved with the Republic because that is the governance that we're going to be having in the future, I believe. So republicforusa.com. In the Pledge of Allegiance, it's, I pledge allegiance to the Republic for the United States of America. The other way is a satanic corporation. Okay, now let's go to one other caption. Oh, wait, let me do one other caption, and that is here, the humanitarian project. We're applying for a humanitarian project, and Paul is going to help us. So you also can send him an email, say Ellie's Warriors. You want to see the form. People are being helped. People are getting grants. I don't want to apply to the evil corporation for a grant to build an educational farm here for people who want to leave the matrix. I don't want to be beholden to their insanity. But I don't mind if I get it from the White Hats, because the White Hats are in tune with us.
So the speech probably won't be on until 11 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, so there will be a speech at 11 o'clock Eastern. Okay, so join this project. I will be sharing zeolite water filters and zeolite like fertilizer to help your farms detoxify. So I'll be sharing a source of that, a really good source, an honorable person who, I'm like, well, how's the payment thing? He's like, we don't have it. I mean, it's just, they're kind of loosey-goosey, but he's like, I don't worry about money because I just want to share this with people. So I want to get on board I want to get on that train. I want to share with people. I want to be in the old rainbow gathering where there's no money exchanged. in the Rainbow Gathering, everything was like, you got some pot, man. I mean, that was that was kind of like the currency. Okay, anyway, let's get back to here. Was there anything else I need to say? May the fourth be with you, absolutely. Um, and the sacrificial animals required to be right, willing, blemish, and sacrificing Yitzhak, Isaac. Why would God ask Abraham to sacrifice his only son that was born in his I mean, you got to that's sick. That's a sick thing. I'm sorry. But I know people back home in Crown Heights would be like, turning blue and green listening to me. But I don't buy it anymore, man. I mean, the way people behaved during the COVID thing. Well, a lot of people, got secret things. That's not an answer. That's not standing up to the satanic enemy. I expected my community to be like the Amish, and they weren't. That's why I left. I'm like, okay, you guys aren't real deal. I want, like for me, reading the Bible and living by the statutes is nothing. I want to be in the Bible. I'm living a biblical life now. I'm living a holy life. Plain and simple. We don't charge each other money. We work together. We're like, do we want to spend on the mango tree or the pistachio tree? Or do we want to buy some einkorn flour pancakes, sourdough pancakes? What do we want to do? We want to go to town. I mean, or we don't want to go to town. Anyway, it's all they're still doing like minimal. They're still doing the chemtrails up here, so the creepazoids have not been totally wiped out, but they're diminished. They don't have the power they used to have. They used to be able to spray everywhere, all over. Now they're just kind of like little gaseous globs. You satanic parasites, man, you're leaving the planet, and we are happy you're going. We're not going to be, this is Animal Farm revisited. We're not going to be your little farm animals to be squashed and sacrificed and recycled over and over again to experience misery and wars and bad food, bad medicine, bad information, bad education. We're not in, man. We're done. So yeah, happy fourth, man. This is our liberation event. Let's do the okay, so yes, so get a hold of, if you want to do a humanitarian project, we would, join us. We're doing it. And think about this song, but don't think about it as like, wow, Ellie had this experience. This is your experience. You are waking up on the front porch like I did. You don't have to go through the whole rigmarole. You don't have to, move. I had to move 1,500 miles from New York to Nashville. Had to stash all my stuff in the, I went back to Music Row. I looked for Mom's boarding house. It was long gone. That RCA I used to be able to walk into in when did I first go to Nashville? In 1970, in the early 70s, you could walk into RCA and say, I got this tape. You like this song? And they're like, yeah, man, that's pretty cool. Come back next week. Now I went back in the 90s, and there was a big iron fence in front of RCA, and you weren't getting past the dogs. Things have changed. The Satanists really knuckled down and took over. So think about it. July 4th, Trump is going to be speaking later. This is liberation. For me, this is liberation. Having a second floor that actually works with the dynamics of nature so that you can see behind me. It's not just a white glare. And I'm going to be continuing to develop this space, to adjust this space so that, I can continue broadcasting. Nothing is over. We don't, whatever. You guys get it. It's a new morning. You can wake up tomorrow. It says in Chassidus, we wake up every day a totally new person. So enjoy it. Red pill yourself or blue pill yourself, but enjoy the blue pill. You can either read the book as one of the characters, or in it, our choice. Yeah, exactly. I mean, think of Joseph. Think of the story of Joseph. What an amazing story. But he did things that I don't understand. that I don't think are kosher, that I don't think are godly. Like he separated his brothers from the rest of Egypt. He had Egypt all get circumcised so that, it was like they still have this, what do you call it? Um, that this this way of looking at things that says my way is the best and my people are the best, and that's just bullshit. That's not godly. Um, uh, it's like, I forget the word. It starts with a P, but whatever. Um, yeah, celebrate your independence, absolutely. But honor your choices, honor yourself, love yourself. Know that you are the one. You can save your world or not. But if you don't save your world, if you choose the matrix, if you choose to stay in the matrix, embrace it. Do it with joy. Okay, so but think of this song. This is our song. It's not my song. This is our song. So let's go to, if I can find it. Let's see. Here we go. It's a new morning. Okay, this is July 4th. Everybody should be celebrating. And yeah, I spoke probably too long, but yeah, I didn't speak that long, did I? I'm good. I'm good. So I'm good with Daniela. She's happy we can now eat. We had the most, by the way, I just want to tell you, the slice of life that I've chosen includes eating food that is absolutely delicious and not, we basically don't eat till like 12 o'clock noon. Then we eat a bunch of fruit and ice, sometimes a little dairy, maybe an egg or something. And then later in the night, but last night we had James cooked the potatoes on the open fire. I made a delicious salad with fresh veggies from here. We had a little steak that we shared, and the quality of food. I said to James last night. I said that was the best meal I've ever had. We get to enjoy food that you can actually taste because we grow it ourselves, and more and more so we're going to be living, and that's the life we've chosen. We're living a biblical life. We're growing our own food, and we get to enjoy eating fresh farm food. Most of our eggs are coming either from Chase's farm or from our farm, but it's our eggs are spectacular. Our zucchini, we have so much zucchini. I don't know we canned like a winter's worth of zucchini already. We froze a tremendous number of canning jars not with the Teflon tops, but with parchment paper. Thanks to Daniela.
The beeswax.
She wants the beeswax. Okay. But Daniela is always looking, she's always expanding her health horizons. She is amazing. And I don't really get enough chance to really speak about how wonderful she is, but she is an amazing addition to this community. If you are beyond the matrix, if you are in a space of biblical, non-egotistical, if you are enlightened I'm not saying I'm enlightened, but if you're a student of the Enlightenment and you've gotten beyond simply reacting to things and you're just wanting to, you could reach out to us or you could just do it yourself. But it's a very doable thing. It's kind of like downsizing in a way, but the result is amazing. Fresh fruit, fresh, we eat meat that's not injected with a bunch of stuff. It's not the best, but we're working on it. We got our own chickens now. We got our own kitty cats, and things are moving along in a spectacular way. So, all right. Anyway, happy 4th. Let's play the tune. Let me just check the comments. It's how you see it's how you see the world. Exactly. And whatever you do, whether you, like I said, blue pill, red pill, embrace it. Be happy. Okay, let's go to new morning. It's a new morning, man. The media is dead, according to this report. Let's hope it's true. But even if it's not true, it's dead to us. So here we go.
I surrender in the courtyard, I surrender on the street. I surrender my ambitions and the ways of deceit. Sweet surrender, language of the heart. Sweet, sweet surrender, language of the heart. I surrender to our new love on any path it takes. In the beauty of this moment, there are no mistakes. Sweet surrender, language of the heart. Sweet, sweet surrender, language of the heart. We all need to come together round the language of the heart. We all need to come together round the language of the heart. It's an easy decision, don't you know you're a musician? We all need to sing together round the language of the heart. Love is a river, fear is a stone that I skip across the water on my gentle journey home. Sweet journey home, sweet journey home. Sweet, sweet journey home, sweet journey home. We all need to come together. We all need to come together. We all need to share together round the language of the heart. It's an easy decision, don't you know you're a musician? We all need to be together. We all need to sing together. We all need to dance together round the language of the heart. We all need to feel together. We all need to dream together. We all need to know together the language of the heart.
Yeah, that was a different song that I had planned to play, but it's okay. It's all Hashgacha Pratis, all divine providence. May you be blessed on this 4th to truly embrace the Savior within. I'm looking at the sky, even though it's chemtrail produced, at least what? And harp, yeah, and harp. Unfortunately, the creeps just don't want to give it up, but they're going to be forced to. And it seems like there could be a divide between people who choose Like they're saying, if you die, what they're saying is if you die and you choose the light, you'll be recycled back into the matrix. And if you say this is bullshit, I'm not buying this anymore, man. I want to be liberated. Uh, but that's after death. I think during life we can choose, we can make a decision. So like I said, we as a community are watching The Matrix. We're going to sit down and have a beautiful meal together tonight, and celebrate the bounty of creation. I don't know, what do we have? Oh, we're having chicken and burgers. Oh, sausages. We're having beef sausages. Is it hypocritic for us to eat beef? We were talking about being about fruitarians. Is that the right word? Fruitarians during lunch. Danielle doesn't like it, but anyway, we're all experimenting. Our DNA is being changed. We're all moving and grooving together. They're saying that very soon we'll be tripping our brains out, which I'll be happy to be back in the trip space, because I mean, I took my first trip when I was like 14 years old, and I feel like I've been tripping ever since. Now I really trip out on sobriety. I really enjoy just being normal, but it was helpful to see through psilocybin and LSD and all these other things, 5-methoxy DMT, to see what it's like on the other side. If that's where we're going, and it'll be part of our life. It won't be like you have side effects or you don't feel good afterwards or you're drained or that kind of stuff. But if it's part of the energy of creation that we're experiencing, it's going to be amazing. We're coming into the promised land. So I'm sorry I played the wrong song, but we're leaving the matrix. We're heading for the promised land. Embrace yourself. Embrace your holiness. I see I got less hits than usual, and that's usually a sign that I'm over the target. Right? If I'm talking about the EBS and I'm talking about it's all going down, XRP is going down on the fourth.
This is a lot more. 8.4 thousand.
8 point in 1 hour.
Yeah.
I did get a lot of hits.
On X.
On
8.4 thousand.
8.4 thousand.
Yeah.
That's huge. Wow. That's happened to me in the past where my channel just exploded, and then and then AI squashes it. But okay, so we're reaching a large audience. You are the one. You are Neo. Okay, you don't have to wait for Morpheus to call you in, man. Just embrace your own uniqueness, embrace your own gifts, be willing to trip your brains out in this new awakening. Use the force. Embrace the force. Know that you are the force itself. You don't have to go through any kind of intermediary. All you have to do is just be. You don't have to meditate in the reverse lotus position. You don't have to. All you have to do is just relax and be yourself. So may the force be with you. May source be with you. May you realize that you are source. You are force. And let's get out there. Happy 4th. Let's get out there with a big smile on our face and rock the world.